Hey, it's Mr. Fish, and today I'm going to be opening up some Genesis Battle of Champions for the first time. I've never opened anything Genesis. I've been wanting to for a couple years now, and I am really looking forward to this opening. So, shout out to Keith from MadTown Hobby for sending a huge care package to check out, to open up, and share with you all. And yeah, I haven't played Genesis either, and I've been wanting to for quite a while. So I'm just overall really excited and stoked to check all this out. So the the care package was a little too big to place on the table without knocking down the camera. So I'm gonna just place everything on the table. We have Kickstarter Origins booster boxes. We have Jalara, I believe that's how you say it. Second edition booster boxes. We also have two starter decks, I believe, from the latest set. These look really cool. And then I believe these are also starter decks, structure decks. Really excited to check all these out. So I'm gonna dive into this and see what we got. Let's start with the Kickstarter Origins, and I might, for the next video, I might do a split video, so we'll probably do the Jalara on the next video, but let's dive right in and see what we got. And I'm gonna zoom in a sec. Well, I need a new knife. This ain't working. All right, there we go. All right, that's some good packaging. My goodness, there you go. Hopefully I didn't damage anything there. Yeah, let's get this off screen. Yeah, so Genesis Battle of Champions is a card game from Canada, and they've been around for a couple years. Their company and their community have been growing. They've been holding in there strong. I know there have been some rough patches, not as of recently, but that they've gone over. They've gone over this hump of finding a new somebody to take over the company, the card game, after some unfortunate issues that were happening. I believe it was the beginning of last year, but they recovered, and it looks like things are looking a lot better for Genesis. So that's me personally, and I don't know if anybody's been keeping track, but me personally, think it's looking real nice. And I've been skeptical to put how would you say, invest time and invest money and just invest emotionally into a card game like this, this being an indie card game. But I'm really excited. I'm hoping for the best for them. So let's talk about it. Let's dive in. This is my first time, and I'm really excited. I don't do a lot of booster box openings. I should. So I'm really excited about this one. Actually, I don't know what this is. Let's save it for a little bit later. Okay, so just keep an eye on that. All right, so Origins. All right, so if I'm not mistaken, the Kickstarter happened around the whole indie TCG boom that was happening, not too far away from the whole MetaZoo stuff and the Maelstrom and all these other Polywog and other card games that were popping off on Kickstarter. So I believe they were there around that time, if not right after. So let's check this out. So this is Haunted Castle Gaming. I believe that's changed. It's not through Haunted Castle Gaming anymore, but somebody correct me if I'm wrong. So wow, if I'm not mistaken, this grid area, and correct me if I'm wrong, is those are the areas that this creature can, or in this case, I guess it's a spell, I guess those are the areas you can cast the spell on the grid. Interesting. This is a grid-based game, by the way. I don't think I mentioned that, but yeah, that's a big thing about this game. So already the art's really nice. I'm digging it. Wow. Really cool. Okay. So summon. So if I'm not mistaken, the goal of the game is to get your opponent to 0. I believe it's the champion. Each opponent has a champion, and I believe in order to win, you gotta get it to 0. And with the champion, you can do summons. You can also do some spells. And is this a champion? Let's see. Beller's Tail. I gotta look into this a little more, but this is really cool. And oh, so the A, I know that's an aura, and aura acts as your resources to play, I believe, other cards. And the hearts, it signifies your life for that card. And we have a summon card right there. It's a ghoul. I mean, right off the bat, I like art. I'm an art collector. I like to support the art community, and this is, the art's looking really snazzy. I'm digging it, like big time. And excuse the noise on the outside. There might be a helicopter here and there flying around. Don't know if you can hear it. Hopefully not. All right, so here we go. Let's check out another pack. So what I've noticed, these are pretty fat packs. If I'm not mistaken, I'll look into it in a sec. I'll count them. All right, we got 1, we got 2. Oh, that's cool. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 cards in a booster pack. Is that true? Wait, what? It is 15 cards. Wow. Okay, that's pretty cool. I'm not sure the deck size. I'm gonna assume it's in the 60 or 50 range. I hear there's a certain amount of chi that each deck must have, or at least has a limit, or a max that you can have in a deck. So I'm really curious as to what that is and what that means, and where this chi comes from. That might be the chi. Somebody let me know in the comments. Is that what that means? The chi. Really cool, really cool. So a name that I'm seeing a lot is Assad down here. And the art name, if I'm not mistaken, Assad is he the original creator? He is the original creator. So I guess the original creator used to do the art too for the game. And it was really cool. Really cool. I like when the creators of card games do their own art or throw it in there. But yeah, the card game is in new ownership as of, I believe, last year, the end of last year maybe, or mid last year. Not too sure exactly when. But since then, they have released a new set. And the layout's a little bit different, which is probably going to be, we're probably going to get to in maybe the starter, one of the starter decks, I believe. Let's see. So I'm going to start pumping out some of these a little bit quicker, because we got a lot of booster packs and cards to get to. Now, I don't really know what I'm looking for, to be quite honest. From what I've heard, there isn't a lot of holo cards. As far as rares, I'm not too sure, but I'm gonna start paying attention now because I just noticed these are the rarities at the bottom, which is, it's in text, so it's clear what the rarity is. But I'll keep an eye out for that and see if we get anything really cool. So, as far as I know, this is a grid-based game that is inspired by chess. I don't know if. Oh, that was loud. I don't know if you heard that. There was a semi truck out there. Ooh, motorcycles. Wow, it is busy out there. And a helicopter. I really hope you can't hear what's going on out there. It is loud. But let's see. We got Rock Crusher. Kasha. Okay. Shield Major. Spore Cloud. Southern Axel. Yeah. Quake Hoof. Cool. What was that saying? It's a chess inspired game. I'm not sure if Sorcery is also a chess inspired game, but I know it's a grid based game. I know it's really popular at the moment amongst indie card games. It's one of the more popular ones since, I guess, MetaZoo isn't really a thing anymore, or hasn't been a thing for quite a while. First impression, by the way, the card quality, minus the whiting, because I know there's a lot of whiting, but besides that, the card quality is pretty solid. Let me give it the sniff test. I don't know. Wait. I guess it passes a sniff test. I mean, to be quite honest, it doesn't smell. It doesn't give me that. What is it? That serotonin. It doesn't get me all excited, and so it's whatever. The smell test. I mean, I don't know about you, but I like to smell my cards sometimes. That gets me a little bit excited. So I don't know what it is. The type of tree, the paper, how they make the paper, the chemicals. I don't know. It smells bomb sometimes, but not these cards. These cards are okay. So I'm curious to see. I'm curious to smell how the future ones are gonna look. All right. Okay. Dancing Stream. Frog, Dedicated Studies, and Fire Hound. From what I've seen and what I noticed just by the decks that were in the care package is card game has its own factions. It has its own colors. Something something common in card games that you'll see, especially indie or homemade TCGs, and of course Magic. But yeah, I'm starting to notice that on the side here we got the purple, the green, the blue, the red, the yellow, and I guess it's like I don't think that's part of it, is it? Yeah, it's like a light blue, or maybe it's the white, a clear. I don't know. Oh, that one's interesting. Did I see that one? I might have. Was it a different version? All right, let's get through this. See what else we got. Thank you, Keith. I am really enjoying this, and I can't wait to check these out off camera, look through them, and just check out the art, because that's the art's usually my favorite part of a card game. I know for a lot of players, it's how the game plays, and I agree too. If the game isn't fun or not really for you, then you're probably not going to want to be too attracted to the game. But yeah, the art for me is a big, big deal. And Genesis does really well with the art. I Wonder how the next set, what is that, Julara? I'm assuming that's the next set after the Origins Kickstarter. Um, I wonder how that's gonna look. I wonder how that's gonna feel as far as the card quality. Would it improve? Is it gonna be the same? It is a second edition, so from my understanding, or from my, I guess, what I would think is that there might be some revisions in the second set. So in the second version of that set. So we'll see. I'm gonna be doing that in another video. Oh, okay. We got some of these borderless ones. Epic rare. Oh, so these like borderless ones are the epic rares. Nice. So, okay. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I saw one or two. We passed some. Now, as far as a holo card, that seems to be tough to come by. This might be one of those situations where you will get only one per booster box, and personally, not a fan of that. I am keeping in mind this is a Kickstarter card game. This is a player first card game. I think from what I'm seeing, from its more complex card template too, it shows that this game like means business. This game is like serious as far as mechanics and how it needs to be played, especially for a grid-based game, which I guess when I think of grid-based games, I think of medium to high complexity. I don't know if there are grid-based games that are a little more on the lighter side. But yeah, here we go. One thing I can really appreciate, and I know I know they don't have this in the newer sets, is the fact that they don't use AI art. That's something I really appreciate in card games. It seems that going forward, there's going to be a lot more card games that go full on AI, that go on full on AI art, or that implement them into their arts in some way, as well as artists too. And fortunately, that's something that's just not going to change. We're not going to get around that. I, as a creative, I'm a little bummed about that, and I have a more passionate opinion about all that and how I feel. But in the end, I do understand that, not everybody's an artist. Not everyone can create art, at least in the beginning stage of their card game. But as far as selling AI art, that's a whole nother pickle that I find too sour to eat. I don't know what I just said, but yeah, you heard me. Yeah, too sour to eat, I guess. Here we go. We're almost to the end. No holo, and I didn't have a goal for what I'm looking for in this card game, or in this booster box for Genesis. But just from what I've been going, we got a rare. Looking through so far, I would like to see a holo. I want to know what a holo looks like for Genesis. So it'd be nice. And you know what? Maybe it's in the box topper from the beginning, which we're gonna check that out. Occupancy token. This spot is considered occupied. Okay. Hey! Speaking of, here we have one. A holo, and it's a holo common. Okay. I wonder how many holos are in this set. Does anybody know how many holos are in this set? Let me know in the comments. But wow, that's cool. That is cool. So we got a rainbow foil. Looks like a rainbow foil. Is it? Yeah, I think it's a rainbow foil. So, like I said, I'm keeping in mind this is just a Kickstarter. This, Kickstarter was what is it? I think 2 years ago that might have came out, maybe a little bit more. So rainbow holos, are a very common thing amongst indie TCGs still to this day. So I wonder how these new ones are looking, if they're sticking with the Rainbow Hollow for the new with the new ownership and the new sets. Here we go. I believe the new set coming out is called Metamorphosis. Sounds really cool. I can't quite think of the current set. I believe, is it through? I believe this is from the current set. Is it Invasions? I believe it's Invasions. Wow, that's really cool. There is, there's a lot of cards in this set. There's a lot of cards that we've gone through. Obviously, we've gone through some doubles and some triples already, but there's a lot. Like, going through this booster box, I'm still seeing stuff I haven't seen, which is really nice. Now, as far as like from a player perspective, I don't know enough about the game. I haven't played it yet. I will be playing it soon. Hopefully next week, maybe in the coming week or coming month. Things have been a little bit busy on my end, but hopefully I get a crack at trying it out, both in person and on Tabletop Simulator. Really cool. Because I'm really curious what the hype is. I'm curious as to, even though Genesis had its rough patch, people fell off the game. People, honestly, people sell off, and with that whole issue that happened, and the creator leaving the game and it being picked up by another creator, and the community, some of the community still holding on to the game, still holding strong. I really wonder, about this game. It must be a great game. And for anybody out there who's played Genesis, who's watching this, let me know if you have any tips for newcomers. Because I'm sure there's going to be some people watching this that have never played or even ever heard of Genesis, and maybe are a little intrigued or curious and want to know more. And I will be doing another video, another opening. I will be doing a video of the basics and the overall of Genesis, like I do with the other indie card games. I'm looking forward to all that. Lava Rider, and usually I can't really, for me, the first things first is trying out the game, and then doing a video on how I feel about it. Also doing something a little more informational too, just to get the basics of Genesis. And that's something in my channel that I've been working towards. It's taking a while. It's gonna take a while, but just providing videos with something a little more informative towards these trading card games, mainly indie ones, and also on top of that, giving a little bit of my opinion on what I think, on what I feel, and supporting them too. On top of that, because doing a video on them is, I do feel does bring support, but I think talking about the actual game and the mechanics and what I like about the game, what I dislike about the game, I feel like are good ways also to support the card game. So we are approaching the end, and you are probably thinking like, whoa, dude, like fix up your pile over here. Yeah, I know it's a mess, man. I can be a bit of a mess, and that's me. I am the kind of organized mess kind of person, but I manage. I make it work. I make up for it too. So wow. So far here we got a good stack of cards to look over off camera, to check out. And for those of you that are For those of you in Cali, maybe in Southern California area, or to be more specific, in the LA area or OC area, if you're interested in playing Genesis or even meeting up to play Genesis, hit me up. I am from that area, and I don't play at local card shops. I want to play at local card shops, but because I got a kid and a job and a side job and hobbies, it's really tough. But you know, I still with planning, I can make things work. But otherwise, I would just walk up to my local card shop and then just try to get a game in with somebody from the area. But yeah, let me know if you're in the LA OC area and you wanna, meet up, link up, play some card games. I play some Commander as well. But if you're interested, you want to try out Genesis, I'll share. And we'll try it out together too in person and see how that goes. I am also into Legions of Will. I've recently got into Kai Berserk, but I would like to play a little more of that to be more comfortable with it. And yeah, like I said, I play some Magic Commander as well. So yeah, let me know. But we've approached the end, and there's only one more pack to open up, and that is the box topper. I'm assuming there's multiple cards in there. I've never had a box topper that has multiple cards, so I wonder what we got here. And if you made it this far, thank you for watching. Really appreciate it. Wow, we have Electrical Storm. Okay, and this one is, it's a promo card, and we have, this one's an epic rare, Lava Rider. That one's cool. Another epic rare, Electro Pheromones. That's pretty cool. All right, I did want to open up one of these booster boxes very quick. One of these starter decks really quick. And check it out. Let's check it out. Ooh. All right. Nice. Standard. Nothing too fancy started for a starter deck box, which I'm not expecting anything fancy. Here we go. Let's just take a peek. So here, these look a little bit different already. Oh, yeah, I see big time. Yeah, there is a big difference between these cards and the older cards. Oh yeah, the new layout. So we got the grid at the bottom. Okay, Personally, I do like the grid at the top, but that's a tough one. I'm not gonna lie. I need to sit on this one. And I'm gonna open up some Jalara on the next video and the other starter deck just to check it out. And then, yeah, and see, okay, these are nice. Okay. All right, so tune in for the next video. I am going to do a giveaway for Genesis booster packs on the next video. Wow, that's really cool. Okay, so this feels like a new card game. This doesn't feel like the same card game already. I'm not 100% sure how I feel about this. Like I said, I'm going to sit on it. I'm going to open up some Jalara and come back to, these, okay. All right. Whoa, wait a minute. I did not even notice this. The new backing. I've seen the new backing. Wow. Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for tuning in. And like I said, if you have any tips for newbies, us newbies, or anybody watching who's never heard of the card game or might be curious, leave a comment. It is appreciated, and I love to learn a little more about Genesis as I go and hopefully play it sometime very soon. All right, Mr. Fish out.